Hello, everyone. This is Professor Maloney, and today I'm creating another video presentation, and this one is to demonstrate 32 tasks in your Microsoft Access training at the MindTap site for this class. As you know, there are 4 modules for Microsoft Access, and I will be demonstrating the first 8 tasks in each of those 4 modules to make a total of 32 tasks. All right. I know I played a very lengthy video today in class, and it was probably quite challenging for you to pay attention in it just because it's so much material. But I do encourage you to go back and look at that again. You can skip around if you want to, but in the very least, for Access, you do need to work on these training modules. So what I'm going to demonstrate today will be a help, but please work hard because you already have well, you have another exam on the next class day, which is Thursday, June the 2nd, which actually is the day I'm going to be showing this video. So, hey, it's not quite Thursday, June 2nd, but it will be when you see this. Right now, it's Tuesday, May 31. It's 11 a.m., so it's just after class ended. All right. So I'm going to now go share my screen and get all this done for you. All right. I've already got MindTap open, I believe. Let's see here. I do. All right. Oops, connection is poor right now. Let me go over here and verify what's going on. No, now it's excellent again, supposedly. All right. So I'm recording. I'm sharing my audio. I'm sharing my screen, not a picture of me, but the actual important thing, this share the screen. Make sure again over here. Why is that not? Shoot. I don't think I am. Let me go in here and share again just to make sure. Share. All right. So it is sharing now anyway. All right. So over in MindTap, this is our class. And now I'm going to click on Access. And I'm going to go to Access Module 1 Training. Remember, for you, it's due June the 8th at 11:59 p.m., which is a Wednesday. And then the very next morning, Thursday, June the 9th, at about 10 a.m., you'll be taking your Access exam. All right. And of course, the due date's the same for all the trainings. All right. So let's start our training. Let me try to remember, I started this about 11:06. So if it's 50 minutes, 11:56, more or less. All right. Make it large. Okay, so start Access. Well, here we can just click our Start button. And there's the Access right here in the alpha sort. But it's also up here in the most used. Your view may be different, but either way, so just clicking either this Access or this Access, doesn't matter. Done. All right. Create a new database from the contacts template with the name contacts and save it in the default folder location. Well, the default folder location for everything in the Microsoft world is the Documents folder, but it's going to do that for us automatically. Well, it should. It should anyway. So I have to create a new database from the contacts template. So up here, these are templates, okay? And here's contacts, actually. So I click on contacts, right? So now that particular template is being opened to let me know what it is going to look like. And it says I have to save the name contacts. So that's where it says file name. It's all selected, so I can just start typing. Oh, no, I can't. Don't know why. Anyway, do it again. Capital C and then contacts. And you see it's going to the Documents folder. That's the default folder location, so you don't need to change it. So what I did was select the file name and typed contacts. Okay, and then just click Create. Done. All right. Now, create a new table using Table Datasheet View with the following fields and data types and in the following order. ID, auto number, comment date, date and time, comments, long text, and save the table with the name client comments as the table name. So I don't really like this question because they're dealing with table data sheet view, which I really don't use that much for anything other than inputting records. But it is okay because you have to learn what they want you to learn. So there's two ways to do a lot of things in Access, and it's through the view. I can't click the view yet because I haven't done anything, but there's two primary views. One is data sheet view and one is design view, okay? And they want me to create a new table using data sheet view. So what I do is click the create tab, and then one is table design. You can also use SharePoint lists. That's technically a table as well. But the one that just has the word table, that's table data sheet view. So this is the one they want us to use. So click it, okay? And now you're dealing with all the properties up here in the ribbon area. And that's what we're going to be doing. And of course, when we're adding the fields, we're going to click to add, then we're going to put in a data type and then name the fields. So that's it. So they want the following fields and data types and in the following order. So that means I'm going to start with ID. Well, ID is already here, okay? So ID is done. I don't need to do that one. And auto number is done because I can tell, because under it, it says new. If you remember in the video I played today, I told you that if you use auto number, automatically the word new in open and closed parentheses shows up as the ID in this case, you know, the field name, the value in the field name, and you can't type into it. So I'm going to add the second field. So yeah, it actually just said here, I shouldn't even have said all that, sorry. So auto number, it's automatically added by Access. So I just go to the next one. So click to add, and the next one is comment date, and it's a date and time. You add the data type first. So I click date and time first. Then it says, well, what field name do you want? The default is field 1. They want it to be called comment date with a capital C and a capital D and no spaces in between those two words. So comment date, okay? And then you enter that. So now it's entered, okay? And now there's another another click to add if I want to add another one, but this one's already selected. So now I just go to the next field. So they also want one more field called comments, but it's long text. Remember, you do the data type first. So first you click on long text right here. Now we replace field 1 with client comments. And again, no spaces between the two words, and capital C for client and capital C for comments, okay? And that's it. What happened? Create a new table using table data sheet view. So I did comment date. Let's see, that was date and time. Long text, I've done the long text, that's why it's showing this. Oh, comments is what they want, to save the table as client comments. So this one is only supposed to be the word comments, okay? Now I enter, okay? I don't want to add any others. Now I want to save the table with client comment. So I click the save button, okay? And type client. If it doesn't select it, client comments, no space, capital C for client, capital C for comments, click OK. Done. All right, number 4. So in data sheet view of the client's table, I can tell that we're in data sheet view because I've worked with Access for 100 years. But when you're in data sheet view, you can see all the records. These are the records. So here's the field names up top. Okay, although some of these field names could be captions, by the way, which I explained in the my Access overview video, that hour and 54-minute video. But anyway, so they want me to, let's see what they want me to do. So in data sheet, so I'm in data sheet view, but to verify it, by the way, you just click the down arrow under the word view. So if I click this down arrow and then I move my cursor away, you see that data sheet view has a gray background. The other one does not. You see? So I'm in data sheet view is the point. All right, so they want me to change the date acquired field to a date time data type. So here is date acquired. So here's date acquired. To change the data type, you don't click on the name, you click on the first cell, the first value. So I click on this value here where it says 312017, and now I want to go into the fields, okay? And I want to change, so this data type right now is short text. They want it date time. So click the down arrow, click on date time, and it's done. All right. All right. Let's see, 4 more in this module, module 1. So now in data sheet view up the manager's table, again, this is manager's table. It's data sheet view. When you're in the design view, you only see the field names and then a bunch of property values underneath it. But data sheet view to verify, click the down arrow. Again, you see that data sheet view has the grayish background. Design view doesn't. Okay, so that's where we are. Now, and you don't touch that, by the way, because if you touch it, then you've clicked on it and you've done something, and then that would be a wrong selection. I'm only doing it to show you, okay, that's where we are, data sheet view. All right, anyway, so they want me to rename the field name of the manager email address. So let's see here. They want me to rename manager email address. I'm not sure if this one, rename, I can probably do it with a right click. I'm not positive though. So I'm going to right click on the value up here. Yeah, and rename. Okay, see, rename is a choice. So now manager email address, they just want email. Well, why don't I click to the left of the E and then backspace over, get rid of the first word, and then come to the end of address, backspace over. But you don't stop there. Backspace all the way to where you're butting up against the L like that. Now it's email, and then verify that's the way they want it spelled email, enter. Okay, done. All right, number 6. With the client's table in datasheet view, again, you can click the down arrow. We're in datasheet view. If I click it again, I'm pretty sure it'll be marked then as wrong the first try, and I don't want anything to mark wrong, but you can see it's datasheet view. Just get away, and then anything you click on over here automatically will deselect this over here. All right, so they want me to change the field size of the state field. So here's the state field, and to change the field again, you click in its value. So this is the first value. So TX, once I do something here, all these are automatically going to be changed as well. So you click the field, the first field, not the name. All right, so now you go into fields again. And here's field size. They want it to be 2. I talked about this a lot in the training today, in the training access overview video that I played in class on May 31st. Told you that every field size by default is 255 bytes. That's a lot of wasted size if we're going to be using, like in the case of Texas here and Colorado, all these, they only want us to use 2. And again, if I had 10,000 records in here, all 10,000 of those would have a state field. And if I don't change it, it'd be 10,000 times 255 for the field size, as opposed to when I fix it, it would be 10,000 times 2 for the field size. And that's a huge reduction in field size. So anyway, just change that to a 2. Make it 2 and enter. Then they're saying, click yes when warned about some data being lost. Some data may be lost. The reason they're putting this is because conceivably there might be records that are longer than 2 right now. Obviously, you can see they type 2 letters for each one. They use the regular 2-character state names. But if Missouri, as an example, was spelled as M-I-S-S-O-U-R-I in this one rather than M-O, then we would lose the M-I would stay, and the S-S-O-U-R-I would then be deleted. So that's what they mean when they talk about data. Some data might be lost. Okay, so there's no data that would be lost, but even if it was, as long as you know what you're doing, you make the decision. Is it okay to lose that data or not? In this case, if it really was spelled out as the word Missouri, well, we wouldn't want MI because MI is Michigan. So you have to know, well, you don't have to necessarily know these values for this class, but you have to know what you're doing when you're doing something like a database. So anyway, the answer here is yes. And then they're saying save the table. So just go up to your save button on the top left side of the ribbon, save. All right, 2 more for module 1 training. In datasheet view of the manager's table, add a new field named notes with the long text data type. So again, I'm in data sheet view. You can tell because you're seeing the records. I'm not going to click the view button this time, but you can do it if you want to. But remember, if you do, just click the down arrow, verify that the gray is for the data sheet view, and then don't do anything to it. Then come over here and do whatever they're asking you to do. So they want us to add a new field. Remember, we already did this. So click to add right here, click to add, and you start with the data type, long text. So click long text. Then they give you a field 1 as a default name. They want us to call it notes. So you type notes on top of that field 1, or just delete the field 1 and type notes and enter. Done. So that was 7, the last one for this module. In data sheet view of the clients table, again, we're in data sheet view. Enter address as the caption property for the street field. I demonstrated this in my overview video as well. I also demonstrated the two, for state and also changing this field size for other fields, but I didn't do it from the data sheet view. Remember, I did it in design view. So it looks like module 1 is just data sheet view, everything with tables in data sheet view. So anyway, enter address as a caption property for the state field. So here's state, okay? Now, this is the caption property. So in this case, I think they do probably want me to click state. Okay, I'm not positive yet, but we'll see. So I clicked on the state on the top part where it says state. And now I'm looking for address as a caption property. So I go to fields, okay? And I'm looking, here's name and caption. So click name and caption. Oh, okay, so the name didn't automatically pop up. So I'm going to say this is not right. So I'm going to cancel. Oh, shoot, I canceled it. No, that's okay. I canceled that. So now I'm going to click here in this one where I'm the first field. I said I clicked up there. I wasn't sure if they wanted that or not. But when it's done right, I believe in the name and caption, it'll show the value. So like here, no, okay, it's not. So, oh well. So I'll do it the other way again. So click up here. Remember, you have the observe and practice. I just don't normally do them. But anyway, so data sheet view, so name and caption. And now I'll type that the caption, the field is at street, sorry. So street. So for the street field, I don't know why this is not showing street, but anyway. And then they want a caption of address. And say okay. Uh-oh. Huh. Let's see. What is wrong? Data sheet view. Well, let me make sure. See, we are in data sheet view. You see the gray. Okay, so we're in data sheet view. So, I'm in the wrong stupid one. I'm in state, idiot. Okay, here's where we need to be, street. All right, so for the street field. So now I click on fields and name and caption. And you see street does show up. It didn't make sense for state because that's not what they wanted. So street shows up, but they want the caption as address. So A-D-D, oops, R-E-S-S, address, and then okay. All right, done. So now we're done with module 1. That was probably about 22 minutes, which is too darn long for module 1. But anyway, so I'll close that one down. Close that down and go on to module 2. Access training. And start. Oh, I didn't count the number of, shoot, I don't remember what it was, but I told you there's 140 something records this time. So I'll go back to training 1 at the end. So I'll have 2, 3, and 4 in my mind first. So there's 30 tasks here. Okay, now here we're doing design view. Oh, this is a query design view though. Anyway, all right, doesn't matter. I'll do what they want. So create a new select query and query design view using the clients table, including all these things. All right, so it's create because it's under the create. So click create, and they want a query. Here, there's only 2 choices for query: query wizard or query design. They're saying query design. So click query design. Move this. Oh, you know what? I want to make these big, right? So that you guys can see it more. Okay, so where am I? This one, sorry. Okay, so create a new select query and query design view. That's where I am. They're saying using the client's table. So here's the client's table. So I can either click and drag to the left or just double click. I'll just double click and see it pops up over there. Okay, and that's all they're saying is the client's table. So I don't touch these other two, managers and states. So I just say close now. So I got the one table they want. Now, though, they want me to add certain fields. So using the client's table, including the client name, city, and state in that order. So start with client name. You can just double click. Just double click, boom, boom, and it'll populate in the first field down below. Then the next one is city. Double click on city. Boom, boom, populates down below in the second field. Now, and state. And again, in that order. So the next one they want is state. Double click, boom, boom. There's the three they want. Just verify. So client name, yes. City, yes. State, yes. Run the query and save it with client locations. To run the query, it's this red exclamation mark that has the word run under it. So just click this. And now this is giving us the results. Remember a query I said to you in the training, the Microsoft Access Database overview session, the hour and 54-minute one on May 31st. I mentioned that a query is a question of the database. So basically what they wanted to know is, who are our clients? What cities are they in? And what states are they in? And this is the results of that question. All right. And save it, though, as client locations as the name. So hit the save button. It'll populate as save as. They want the default name this time to be query 1, but we want client locations. So just type client locations, no spaces, capital C and a capital L, and say OK. All right. All right. Next one. With the clients by state, query open in design view, resize the client's field list. All right, so let me do this here, that. All right, clients by state, query open in design view. Just like I demonstrated in that first module, if I click the down arrow, it'll tell you where you are. See, there's datasheet view for this one, SQL view. SQL view only populates on some occasions, depends on what you're doing and what fields they might want you to play with. In this case, though, it's design view, and you see it is in gray in the left. So that's selected. So don't deselect it, just then come over and do what they want. All right, so it is in design view. Now they're saying resize the client's field list. Well, here's the client's field list so that all fields are visible. I demonstrated this in the other video as well. I said that, see, right now there's a little bit of gap in here. So come down to where you get that resize handle, click it, and just drag it down. Boom. All right, so you can see all the fields. Done. All right, number 3, query design view. Again, click the down arrow. But this is, when you're in design view, you see the fields on the bottom. You see the table or tables or query or whatever you're using on the top, but you don't see records. Remember, the records show up in datasheet view. So, but again, just to show you one more time anyway. So the down, and you see where it's design view is the bottom left one, where you see the button. It's in gray. All right. Okay. So add an ascending sort order to the last name field of the manager list. Okay. So let's see here. So here is add an ascending order to the last name field. So you see there's 4 fields. Last name is this one, and they want us to do a sort order. See, there's sort underneath it, but you don't pick first name or manager ID or email. That would be wrong. They're saying the last name field. So here's the last name field. You click in the sort. When you click the sort box, there's a down arrow. Click the down arrow, and they want an ascending. So click ascending sort order, then run the query, and that's this run again up on the top left side of the ribbon. Run. Done. All right, number 4. In query design view of the client list query. Are we in design view? Well, let's see. Here's a table with just the fields. Here's the fields that are in a query. So yeah, this is everything we have. So we're in design view, but again, just to verify if you want, there's design view. Okay, get away from it so that you don't deselect it. Do the work they want you to do over either here or up here, and then proceed. So query design view, add the zip field from the client's table as the last field. Okay, so they've got client ID, client name, street, city, and state, but they don't have zip. See, they also have phone, they have manager ID, but they don't want those. They want these. Oh, they want this one. Sorry, add the zip as the last field. But you don't need to put it over here, but you could if you wanted to. Here's the last field. That's where they want it. But because this is already used, this field's used, this field value, I should say, instead is used, this one also, and this one. So if I just double click on zip, it'll automatically go to the first blank field, which is this one. So I just double click zip, boom, boom, and it's done, and it says apply complete. All right. All right. Query design view of this query. Delete the first name field. So again, view, you're in design view. All right. So they want us to delete the first name field. Well, here's the first name field. Okay. So to delete it, all I do, well, the way I do it anyway, is I come over here, click on that field, the one they want, first name, erase that, click in the managers. Whoops, no, they don't want me to do it that way, darn it. Let's see, first name, not a choice for delete. Actually, you know what, if I delete, I think if I then click away, it'll do it for us. No, they don't. I mean, it would, but they don't want me to do that. I may have the darn well use this silly thing. Let's see. Obviously, it's going to be up here, though. So let's see. We want delete, property sheet, table names, delete. All right, delete column. So this is a column. So as long as you're in the right column, you can click delete column, and then it'll delete it. Okay. Remember, columns go up and down. All right. Add criteria, number 6. So we got 3 more for this table, or this module. Add criteria to the clients by state query. See here it says clients by state. So we're in the right query. We're in design view. Okay. To select only those records where the state field value is TX, then run the query to display it in datasheet view. All right. So we're looking for the state field. So here is client name. Here is state. Here's state name, city, and manager name. But they want state. So this is the state field. And they want to put criteria. You see, there's a word criteria. So we click criteria for the state field. So you click right here. Now we're in the criteria cell for the state field. And they want us to put the value TX. So if you just type TX, that's all you have to do. And what it will then do is it's going to search for only records that have TX in that field. Remember, a query is a question of the database. And when we run it, which they want us to do up here, anytime you run a query, you're automatically sent to the datasheet view to look at the records. See, this is the design view, right? I designed the query now to be only for records that are from the state of Texas. So when we run it, it then goes back to the datasheet view to show the results based on what we did over here. So click run, and that's the results, TX, TX, TX. It showed 3 times. All right. Now, this is 7. So there's this one and one more for this particular module. In the client list query, switch to query design view. So you can tell we're not in design view anymore. Remember, in the first module's training, anytime it showed these things, I said these are records. So these are records, which means what? We're in the datasheet view. If you click the down arrow, see datasheet view has the dark gray underneath word datasheet view, or to the left of the word datasheet view. They want us to just switch to design view. So all I do is click the design view. So in this time I do click over here. I click it. That's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to switch the view. Last one for module 2. Last one for me. You have to do another 22. All right. In design view of the client list query. So here's client list, and I'm in design view. I can tell because here's all my fields down below. Here's the field list for the query, but no records. All right. All right. Add a criterion. Remember, here's the criteria. So criterion is that using a wildcard character to the client name field to select values of any length that start with the letter M. Okay. So they want me to go to client name field. So here's client ID. Here's client name. So this is the one they want. Then it's street, city, state, zip, or phone. So client name, they want us in here, but they want us to put criteria. So we click the criteria on that column, or if you will, on the client name field. All right, so I'm in client name, and now the criteria they want is, excuse me, they want any record that begins with the letter M, and they don't care whether it's two fields or 22 field length, like if it's 22 characters or 2 characters or 2 million and 2 characters. As long as it begins with the letter M, they want to see it. So you type capital M, and then an asterisk. The asterisk, meaning the thing above number 8 on your number pad or on your keyboard, or if you're on the number pad part of the keyboard on the right side, it's the asterisk. All right. So the capital M asterisk, and then they're saying run the query. So we click run, and it only shows Malloy's and Mirrored Hospitals. You got to look quickly to show those because otherwise it leaves very fast. All right. But you'll get to do that. All right, so that's 9. So I finished that one. So that's 2 now done. Get out of here. So remember, there's 30 in that one. I don't remember the first one. I'll come back to, and you know what? I'll do it right now. I'm not going to do any more here because I've already done them. But I want to see how many tasks there were. So I'll click start. Start. So there's 35. So 30 and 35 is 65. And if I click this thing here, you'll see that we did do I did do the 8, right? When you do yours, there's always a green check mark. And remember, you must do the apply, not the practice, not the observe. You can do the practice or the observe if you need help to get it done, okay? So 35 and 30 is 65, all right? So now I'm going to get out of this one again and go back to the new one, which is Module 3. So 65, click Module 3 training, start. 65, there's 44. So 65 and 40 is 105. 105 and 4 is 109. Okay, so 109 thus far. All right, so now let me make it this way again. Remember, I'm on apply. You must do apply. Okay, create a new form. So again, it's the create based on the manager's table. So if they would say based on something, click on that something. So here on the left side, we're looking for tables. There's 3. They said based on the manager's table, and they want to create a new form. So here's create. You go to the area where you see forms. So there's form, form design, blank form. Well, that's not a split form, okay? So we have to get split form. I don't see split form here or here. It might be a navigation, so you click the down arrow. It's not. Doesn't say split form, so click away from that one. More forms, split form. So this is the one they want. Oh, and then we're going to have to save the name. Okay, so click split form. All right. This is a split form, and now we're going to save it with the name manager split form, no spaces, capital letter for each word. So capital M, capital S, and capital F for those 3 words. So save it right here. Here's the name now. And they have managers. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to click to the right of the yes, get rid of the yes, but now see manager is there. Now, capital S split, capital F form. So manager split form. Okay, done. All right, I got to remember whatever I said, 109, and I got 7 more to do in number 2. All right, again, I'm in apply. With the client entry form in form view. So here, click the down arrow, it says client entry, down arrow. We are in form view. It has the gray background when I hover away from it. That's where they want us, form view. So now they want to use the current record box. Here's the current record box down here. They want to display the 8th record. So basically, I just click and select number 1 and type 8. And now that's 8, and then just enter. Done. Okay. All right. Number 3. With the client entry form in form view, navigate. So client entry again, form view again. We're in form view. We're still there. All right. Navigate to the last record. So again, down here, you see here's the record selector. This one means next record. This one means last record right here. I don't know why it's not giving me like a hover. And this is a new record. Let me just click on here to see if I can then go back and it hovers. Okay, next record. You see it says that? This will say last record, and this will say new record. Okay, so they said go to the last record, which is this one, the greater than with a vertical line after it. Boom. Done. All right. Now, with the manager's table open in datasheet view. Is this datasheet view? Well, let's see. We're seeing records. Yes, it's datasheet view. We're in it. But again, verify. Yeah, datasheet view, gray background. All right, use the find and replace tool to find Brian in the first name field and replace it with Brian with, okay, so an I, Brian, to replace a Y, Brian, okay? All right, so let's see here. Use the find and replace to find Brian. First thing you do is you click in the first name field. You don't click on this thing. You click in the first field, just like I did in that in the module 1 training. Anytime I did something where they wanted me to change a property, I said don't click on the name of it. You only do that if you're like when I did the right click rename. Click in the first field. So here's Lamar, and now I want the find. So you go up here. Here's the find. I'm looking for, use the find and replace. So I'm looking for Brian with a Y, so B-R-Y-A-N. Find, actually, I think that probably I should go here. So let me try here first. I'm not positive, but it's probably going to be this. So replace, yeah. So here's Brian, okay, B-R-Y, but they want to replace it with B-R-I. And then we have to find it first. Pretend this is a million. We don't know how many it is. But they're saying use it to find. Well, there's only one Brian. There's only one Brian. I don't know what they would want us to do if there were two. But either way, so find next. See, now found Brian. Brian is selected here. And now, because I said replace with Brian, if I click the word replace, the button replace, then that's going to do it. And that's right. Or it should be right. Well, let's see. All right, to change it to Brian, with the manager's table open, I'm using the find and replace. I changed Brian with an I to Brian with an I. I think now I have to maybe hit cancel because it's already done. Yeah. All right, number 5 in module 3. In the clients by state query in datasheet view, this is datasheet view. Why? Because it's records. Okay, click the down arrow. Yeah, datasheet view. All right, use the find tool. Okay, so now we're doing this find tool. So find. Find. Oh, wait, this is city. Sorry, so that won't work. Let me click city. No, I can't. I got to cancel. Okay, so again, go to the first record in city. Don't click on the word city, but click on the first field in the city field. So I clicked in Denver. You notice I'm at the end. It doesn't matter if you're at the end, the beginning, or in between. Doesn't matter. Just be in that first spot. Okay, all right, use it. And I'm trying to find the first record, Houston, in the city. So find, it'll automatically know that's the field I'm in. So I type Houston. Houston and find next. So it should go to, oh, there's 2 Houstons. Okay, they want me to find the first record. So the first one is going to be this first one here, SC Logistics. So find next. There it is, SC. Oh, wait, sorry, I was wrong. Oh, there's 3 Houstons, yeah. All right, so the first one was Thai Automotive, because again, Denver, Chicago, 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 Chicago. Bethesda, then Houston, then Clayton, St. Louis, Houston again, then Austin, then Houston again. But they only want the first one. So once I find it, I cancel. All right, done. Number 6. With the client entry form in form view. Well, it looks like form view to me because I see all the record indicators and stuff. But again, click the view button. Yeah, I'm in form view. It's got the gray background on to the left of the words on top of the button. So use the find tool to find the first record with Detroit in city. So again, go to, in this case, city. Okay. Normally I really do click at the very beginning, but it doesn't matter. Okay, but I don't like to do things in a sloppy manner. I shouldn't have done it that way in the last one. So always go to the beginning unless they tell you to go somewhere else. I mean, that's my recommendation. Anyway, find the first record with Detroit. So I'm in Houston. See, remember there's 14 records, and this is showing record 1. So I want to find Detroit. I'm going to click 2 or 3 times. I don't know why. So find Detroit, and they said with the use to find the first record. I don't know where the first record is this time because there's 14 records and I'm not cycling through it. But by typing Detroit, by being in the city field and click Find Next, it'll find it. So it's the 11th record is the first one with Detroit. Okay. And then cancel to finish it. All right. Number 7. So there's 7 and 8 to go. Inform view of the client entry form. Same thing. It looks to me like we're in form view, but I'll just verify. Yep, we're in form view. It's got the gray background. All right. Change the city from Houston to Austin for the first record. Change the city from Houston to Austin for the first record. Well, I'm in the first record because it says 1 of 14 down here. So basically just double click on Houston and type Austin. Oops. Austin. Okay. And that should do it. So enter that. No, let's see. Go to another record. Yeah. Okay. So you go to another record for it to save itself. I wonder if I could have hit the save. Let me just do it that one again. Let's go back to 7. All right, so in form view again, let's see, we're in form view. Yes, it's got the gray background. Change the city, make sure you're in the first. Here's the first, it says 1 of 14. Change the city from Houston to Austin for the first. So Houston, boom, boom, is now Austin. And now I'll hit the save, see if that'll do it. No, didn't. So even though save obviously saves the field, but they wanted us to then go to another record for whatever reason. So I clicked the next record. Okay. Last one for module 3 for me. And let's see, we're at 109. Okay. Using the client entry form. So here's client entry form. They want us to delete the client ID 101 record, Energy Pro. All right. So they want this whole record deleted. Okay, I can probably click it from this delete record here. Okay, but there's also this thing here is normally used to delete. But let me see if I can click the delete record. Yeah, you can do it from here. Make sure you're in the right record. See, it's already gone actually, but only if I say yes. But right now 101 has disappeared and the next one is showing is 102. I'll do it the other way after to see if it'll do it. But anyway, so now it says, if you click yes, you won't be able to undo this operation. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. Okay, done. Now I'll go back to number 8 one more time. So this is the selector. You see we're in 101 and they're saying delete record 101, not a part of it, but the whole record. So I'm going to click here this time. All that this does is select everything, even though you don't see it as being selected, but everything is now selected. And then I can just hit the delete on my keyboard probably. Yeah, and it's the same thing. So you can do it either way. All right, boom. All right, so now that's done. We're at 109. Let me get out of this one. Get out of the training for it. Go to number 4. 109. 444. Training. Start. All right, so 109 and 34. So 109, that's 143. So Windows 10 was 21. Word was 126. Excel was 135 or so. And now we're at 134. Oh, sorry, 143. It was 109 plus 34 is 143. So now we're the most yet. And again, PowerPoint will be even more. All right. So close the client orders table. Well, I demonstrated this for sure. And a lot of those, again, I also demonstrated. I didn't say it all the time, but probably half of the things I did here in the training, I demonstrated in that database overview video that I played in class on May 31st. All right, so close the client orders table. Normally just right click on it. So this is the tab, right click, close. They didn't say save, they just say close. Done. All right, 2. Oh, sorry, let me make them big again. Okay, with the clients by state report in design view, add state as a grouping field. Well, this looks like design view to me, but let's just verify. Click the down arrow and there's design view. Okay, all right, add state as a grouping field. I'm not sure if I have to click in state, but you notice, just let me talk about it for a few seconds anyway. So up here there's state. and then state below. Client ID, then client ID below. Client name, client, you see it's the same stuff. So up here, these are the labels. That's why they got all the dots, it's whatever, but this is the actual, like where you'd see it. So it'll say state. If the first one, let's say, is Texas, it'll say TX here, if that's what they're showing, okay? So I don't know if I need to click it, but I'm gonna click, not the label, but this part, right? And now I'm gonna add state as a grouping field. So the groups are up here, group and sort, okay? And they're saying as a grouping, so add a group. Okay, I didn't need to click state because here they're asking me, well, what do I want to add? And it's state. Okay, so I'll go back and do that one more time just to see if I could have done it without clicking in. So I'm not going to click this time in state. I'm just clicking group and sort. Oh, let me pull this up. So I'm clicking group and sort, and then they're putting up this information, and I want to add a grouping field. So add a group. Then they're showing all the fields that are choices, and I want state. So I click state. Yeah. So again, this one you can do it one of those two different ways. All right. Now number 3. So we have 6 more to go. 3 through 8. In report design view up to client orders report, add client name as an ascending sort order. In report design view, let's see if we're in design view. We are. All right, add client name as an ascending sort order. Well, we were just in group and sort twice. So we're going to go in it again, but this time instead of group, we want to sort. So click group and sort. And now we want add a sort. And this time we want client name as an ascending sort order. So client name, they didn't ask me for ascending, but they just took it. So that was done. All right. All right. In the client orders report, switch to report layout view. So I'm in client orders, okay? Go to the view arrow, and they want us to switch to layout view. So here's layout view. Boom, done. All right, number 5 of 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 to go now. Create a navigation form with the tab arrangement of vertical tabs left. So create. Okay. And this is a new form, not based on any of these things. It's saying just navigation form. A navigation form is a really cool feature of Access. You can create basically a form, and the form can have all these buttons on it for you to then click. Like if you want to have all your tables listed on a navigation form, you can. And then the form would have these 4 choices for you. Okay. You can also then add queries. Add that, and so you have a queries button. Let's say you click the queries button, and then you can add all these to it. So in effect, it just makes, it's a cool navigation tool. Anyway, so create a navigation form with the tab arrangement of vertical tabs left. So navigation, so I'm in create. They're telling me navigation form. So here's navigation. Remember, these are the forms. So regular form, form design, blank form, form wizard, more forms, which are these. And we did the split form, but here we want this, and it's vertical tabs left. So here's vertical tabs left, click it, done. Report design view of the clients by state. So I'm in clients by state, and they want me in design view, whoops. In report design view of the clients by state. This is clients by state. Oh, wait. Okay. So we're in layout view and design view. So I'm perplexed on this one. In report design view, I clicked design and it said it was incorrect, but I didn't notice it. Technically, we're already there. I don't know why the layout view is there too, but maybe that's a requirement for design. I'm not really sure. So we'll see what I do. And again, remember, we have observe and practice. So in report design view of the clients by state, we're definitely in that. All right, add the page header and page footer. Well, this is easy anyway. So basically up here where it says report header, okay, we don't go to any of these label areas. We just right click here in where it says report header. So right click. Okay, and we want page header and page footer. Page header / footer. That's all we have to do. So I don't know why they were both selected, but maybe it means it's something that you can do in design and layout. I think the second choice was layout. I'm not sure. Anyway, so number 7, second last one. In report layout view, so, oh wait, off the sales by region. All right, so we're in sales by region. Yeah, this to me looks like the layout view, not the design view. So you click the view. Again, though, it's showing both. So I'm not sure if this is really a problem or, I mean, it's not a problem because it still works. So I think it just means perhaps what we're doing, yeah, there's a layout view you can do it in, but you can, because it is something that's also potentially designed, maybe they're saying you can do it from either. I'm not really sure. But either way, don't touch them, just leave them. All right, so now add sum totals as, or to the sales column. So to add totals, see here's the totals. You can't be on the label. You have to be in a something that has a total. So click on the first choice. Okay, so I clicked on the first choice, and then all of them popped up, or most of them popped up. Actually, all of them popped up. So now I'm going to add sum totals to the sales column. So we're in the sales column, right? But we're not on the label part. We're in the column part. Now I can click the totals, and they want us to add sum. So here's sum totals. Boom. Done. Last one. This is number 32 out of 32, or if you will, 32 out of 140. I think I said 143. All right, in report layout view, let me see where we are. Again, it's got both of those, so fine. Apply bold formatting to the client order. Well, gee whiz. So you click on this thing here, and then you want to go to format, and you click your B for bold, and then client orders is turned to bold. All right, so I'm going to stop here. Let's see, get out of here. Uh-oh, where do I go? Let's see. Oh, I got to get out of here first. Okay, sorry. All right, so I'm out of there. I did 32, and now I'm going to end our recording. Have a great day. I shall see you. Well, when you see me, I'm going to already say good luck in advance because I'm going to play this video before you guys do your Excel exam. Good luck in advance on your Excel exam. You can do it. You got to work hard. Hopefully you practiced hard and you prepared hard. All right. And so I'll see you before the exam on Thursday morning, June the 2nd.